guys, we're back down on the foreshore. Let's see what we can find today. Well, this is a first. Either someone else has left these here, or this is my lucky day. So, not one, but two boat hooks. Okay. Vastly different in size, obviously. And yeah, of course I'm going to take them home. Gosh, how weird. I imagine possibly someone else has been here, found these and discarded them, or I'm just lucky. But anyway, they're coming home with me. Well, it turns out these two boat hooks were actually left here by another mudlark called Griff, who I know, and I found this out through the Thames foreshore grapevine. So weirdly, he'd left them there about 1 or 2 days before. So even though we'd had, 4-6 tides, they remained in the same place. I came along, picked them up. Anyway, very cool. And I wanted to show you this image of the Jolly Waterman and his fare, and you can see there in the corner a very good example of a boat hook. This print here in the archives and collections of the British Museum was created in 1830 by William Heath. What it shows, it's a satirical political cartoon showing the Duke of Clarence rowing a Thames wherry vigorously towards waterside stairs on which Wellington stands defensively. So this is referencing a bit of historical beef between the Duke of Clarence and Wellington. There you go there. I'll just pause this on the screen so you can read the writing. Pulled this mother up, look at this, a huge horn core, tip missing, interesting little notch. There we go. I just flipped this one over, and that's rather interesting there. I'll be thinking that is a spout of a jug of some kind. Would it have had a hole there, an aperture for liquid to come out? I think it is. Well, that is just darn tootin', and I am really into that. So, yep, coming home. Love that you can see the hand marks there of the potter wiping something, shaping, moulding. Love that. Alright guys, one day I will quit with the redware, but that day is not today. Look at this. Hey, what about that? That's an interesting little number. I think it would have been a vase. What am I saying? A jug. And obviously there's the base there. The reason I'm interested is that crimping on the base. I'll have a look online, see if I can find anything, but I love that. Little bit of glaze in there, so it's definitely got age. It's definitely London redware. Yeah, that's a classic keeper. All right. Alright, I've got a spot to find. I'm going to try and go in slowly. There we go. 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 although I'm going down faster than I thought. Here we go. You can see it, right? It's obviously broken at the top, but let's see. Let's see, we probably won't have much of a stem. There we are. Bit of an 18th century bowl there. I am, of course, absolutely not taking this, but what the hell is it? Something gross. Like almost bony or cartilagey with some horrible bits on. Or am I thinking the worst? Is that actually something great? It doesn't smell so bad, it just... yeah. Anyway, if you know what that is, tell me please. So guys, what do you think this janky looking thing is? I still don't know, and I've had some interesting suggestions, including Himalayan salt, we'll come back to that, calcite, gypsum. Someone suggested it might be a phenomenon called sea wax, but my favourite of all answers or suggestions was that it might be an old cowlick that's seen a lot of use. Now, when I searched cowlick online, I stumbled across a brilliant thing. If you go to witdeschner.com, I will put the link in the video description. He is the creator of the annual Great Salt Lick contest. Yes, I don't know, you probably heard it here first if you hadn't heard of it before. It's the strangest thing. So it's a competition every year in America. People submit their licked cowlicks. There are some rules that you must follow. All entries must be salt blocks licked by cows or other livestock. Range blocks licked by wildlife will also be permitted. Blocks licked by humans will not be permitted. Licks may be subject to DNA testing. So there's a cash prize for the best salt lick, licked down salt lick. So you pay to enter, proceeds going to charity. I mean, it looks so cool. So it's in Oregon, so do check that out. So I just pulled this up, and I actually regret not showing you the extraction because that was a saucy extraction. Anyway, it's a spout of some kind. I'll get it home, get it cleaned up. I mean, not that much age, but it's so fine looking. It could be totally boring, I suspect it is, but I'll get that cleaned up. Alright guys, this is what I came for. Don't know if you can hear me because of the wind. I mean, I didn't know it was coming for this, but this is it. Look at this saucy piece of Delftware. It is part of the side of a pot of some kind, maybe an ointment pot, could have been anything really. They were used for lots of different things, but those colours, you often see ointment pots in this cobalt and manganese. Beautiful blue, purple, cobalt blue, manganese purple. They're the metals they use to get these colours. And wow, that is a stonker. Love it. Just laying there, just on the surface. Really pleased with that. Here's a funny one, and I love these odd little bits. So look, there's a 7 on there, you can see. There you go, if I turn it over, it's got the old classic me dropping everything. It's got some lines on there. I don't know what it is. I mean, there's, you know, a measure or a number identification of some sort there, but it's a cute little metal bits. I've been picking up lots of metal bits in this area here. Just seeing if anything of any interest pops up, and there you go, that's a cute thing. Here we go, inevitably broken, but Schwepp & Co, piece of a torpedo bottle there, chunky old thing, and a tiny bit of iridescence. There, I'll leave this for someone else. Bit of social history though. Spotted a tessera of some description. Well, you know, I don't think that's Roman, but it's a cool thing anyway. It is granite or marble. It just looks a little bit too even, finely cut. I'll consider it when I get home. Okay guys, we got a lovely one down here. People say medieval. They do go into the post-medieval period though. It is a shoe buckle. There we go. Little medieval to post-medieval shoe buckle. And, oh look at that, it still moves. So I could actually use that now, like what, 600, 700 years later. I could put this on a garment of some sort or on some cloth. I'd use this as a buckle. Why don't I do that when I'm home? Anyway, that is really cool. Love it. I've got a few of these. I mean, we find them often, but they're so cool. Great. I just spotted this, and what a shame that it is just the top. But look at this hand blown apothecary bottle neck. Bit of the shoulder there, and look at that. You see the lip? It's all irregular, hand blown. Love this. We'll get it cleaned up. It's very cool. There we go, just flipped up a little piece, well, a very little piece of bone comb, lice comb, knit comb. And next to it, once a piece of raw material, a bone, that has been worked into what's known as a scale. And these we use for knife handles, myriad reasons, lining boxes, all sorts of things. But yeah, so little bit of comb and little bit of worked bone. And if you wonder where I get all these pieces from, there's a great big spot, a pile of these bone wood pieces. I don't want to destabilize it too much, they're just coming out naturally. Yeah, bits of pipe and bone, bigger chunks of bone. But there you go, that's where those knife, oh, that one just came out. That's where those knife, you know, bits of bone being made into other items are coming from. There. Well, you know what they say. If in doubt, give it a clout. I'm saying this is a hay fork, maybe some kind of fork. Anyway, it's the second one I found, and I love these big things. So, I mean, it's not amazing, is it? But it's a sign of working life down by the foreshore here. So let's see if I can do this and not break the tip. Oh, oh, lovely. Okay. God, what a voice I just did. Lovely. Okay. I am pure idiot. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I love a fork. Oh, look at that bit. I've nicked off a bit too tightly. Okay, there we go. Well, you know what, having said that it's a hay fork, I'm not entirely sure now. Look at those little bits there, they're a bit wider than the prongs. And look how irregular that is, unless it's just taken a bit of a knock and it's bent. But one side is longer than the other. Anyway, love it. Taking it home, gonna clean it up. Lovely bit of hardware from the foreshore, can't beat it. Well, my latest entry into the records of getting things wrong on the foreshore, misidentifying finds, is this. It's not a hay fork at all. So I sent it to Monica Butling-Smith, who I thought might be able to help. And I said, do you think this looks like a hay fork? What is it? And she said, I know exactly what that is. I have one at home. It is part of a bilge pump for pumping water from ships from the bilge tank. So it's part of the big bilge pump system. And if you look here, Monica's very kindly said I could use her video of her complete bilge pump. So there you go, part of a bilge pump. Okay, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to spot this find. Whoa! Tricky one, eh? So yeah, bit of mosaic floor, big glass, glittery. Actually, I don't know if it's glass, but it, yeah, probably glittery-ish, fairly modern. But look at that big chunk, it's huge. It's quite nice really, eh? I can see something over here. Can you spot it? It's one of those tricky ones. There it is. There. Let's have a look. Ah, it's a lovely button. It's a tomback. I can't see that it says anything there. Plain on the other side, but a lovely tomback button, 18th to 19th century. Very pretty. A good staple foreshore find. Alright, I know from experience that this might be something I'd like to take home. It's probably going to be quite big, so, oh god, yeah, I've got some digging to do. I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, it's even bigger than I thought it might be. I could be on a real hiding to nothing, but I'm going to get it out anyway and see what we've got. Alright, so even worse than I thought, but look, there's the sign I want to see. You see the broad arrow? This should be a really nice piece of ship's copper bottom that they put on ships. So, okay, I'm going to continue. Wish me luck. I got it. I've got it. Okay, and it's still got some nails in it there. So, I'm just going to get this cleaned up a little here. And when I get home I'll clean it properly. So yeah, pleased with that. You'll be surprised, I should think, at the change in the colour of it once I get it home. And like every responsible mudlark that has a digging licence, I've backfilled this fairly shallow hole. I'm going to fill it more and protect the foreshore as much as I can. What I want to try to do is get this as clean as I can before I take it home. You see it's filled with this thick mud. So yeah, I'm just going to get this as clean as I possibly can. Obviously it's quite a size to carry home, but here we are. Home it will come. From the very, very tiny finds that we get on the foreshore to the absolute stonkers. There seems to be, you know, a vast contrast, and sometimes there is no in between. It's just small or big. I'm in a really pleasing spot that keeps popping up bits of metal. So I've got this lovely button here. It's got something written on it. It might just say something like guilt, or it's a stock button, I think. And I also keep picking up these rove fastener things. I can't remember what they're called. They're rivets, but I think they are for rove nails. Anyway, ships, you know, ships stuff, maritime stuff. Anyway, I will put some info on for you. Carrying on the theme, I've just found this partial piece of shoe. This is the leather from the inside. So this is like the insole of the shoe. Now obviously it's incomplete, but what's interesting about this, carrying on the theme, there's a broad arrow mark there. There's something else there, it may even be a number, and then another broad arrow mark there. So when that dries out, we'll have a proper look at home. I found other shoes with broad arrows on before, so possibly a prisoner's shoe or even just a government worker down here on the docks. Okay, well, in pretty much the same place I did my entry video, here's my exit video. Now, weirdly, someone has left this little thing here, which it's a bit of leather, it could be a bit of nothing, but sometimes you find leather buttons, so do a bit of research. You will have seen it anyway if it is a leather button. So until next time, take care guys, see you then.